Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Reilly and today we're going to be looking at the entry-level electric moped from NIU, the UQi Pro Series. So let's get started. Quick clarification, this is an electric scooter. This is an electric kick scooter, e-kick scooter, and this is an electric moped with the pedals, just so you know the difference. So what we plan on doing today is running around the outside of the actual electric moped itself and then taking it for a spin. So this is the entry series from NIU. It is a Chinese brand. It's the #1 manufacturer of electric scooters in the world. You can see the logo there, and the NIU is Mandarin for bull, and you can actually see it on the speedo here. The logo itself, you can see it here. So that is like a bull with the horns. So with the scooter itself, we'll just run through the different features. So this is their entry-level model. It is coming in at €1,950, with thanks to the team at Line Mobility here in Ireland. They're the distributors in Ireland for it. NIU track. They track everything. They have all the data, and so they've tracked 1 billion kilometers of scooter, all the different models that they have, so they kind of know what they're doing. And they have produced over 650,000 scooters, electric scooters, since their formation in 2014. So just to run through some of the stats and figures, the actual bike itself weighs around 59 kgs, and the battery part of that, and we'll go through the battery in a second, is about 5.2 kgs, so less than 60 kgs. Ideal scooter for the likes of putting in the back of a camper van, short commutes, very easy to stow, and lightweight. So let's run through the different elements on the bike. So you've got the 2 wing mirrors either side, then underneath that then you have your handlebars. So on the left hand side you have your lights buttons and you have your indicators. What's different on the U model is that it is there's no bing bong, there's no noise like the traditional NIU motor, and it doesn't self cancel. So you just keep an eye on that, and when you put it on you'll see it indicating up here on the dash, or the little LCD display. You've got your little horn, and you also have cruise control. You have around the front, you have an indicator, light, LED, and you also have one on the other side, and then you have your headlamp, which is an external headlamp, and that is a ring LED as well. You've got your mud guards, you also have disc brakes front and rear, you have extending footrests either side, which is great. And let's just continue on over the back of the. So then moving across on the LCD display itself, you've got the time at the top, you've got your cloud connected and GSM to know the location, you have your modes 1 or 2, and you can change that here, and you can see it changing there from 1 or 2. And then you've got your battery level then at the bottom, so percentage and a battery gauge, the kilometers driven, and your miles per hour, the kilometers per hour. And when you want the actual scooter to go, you have to take off the kickstand like a lot of motorcycles and other electric scooters, and then you've got to hold down the green button, and then you get a little ready sign at the top there. And then to knock that off, you press the button, or you can put the kickstand back down again. On the right hand side then you've got your mode selectors left and right, you've got your hazard lights, and you've got your start button. This is your throttle. You've got disc brakes front and rear. Then underneath you have your on off button, and this is the first keyless entry. So the key that comes with it, and I'll show you that in a second, that is only, you don't actually use the key to start and stop, you press the button here. You've got a coat hook, a helmet hook, and you also have your USB and a little place to put your mobile phone. So let's look at the keys and what they do. So there is a key, you can see it here, and that opens up the battery section. So the battery, as we mentioned, is just over 5 kgs, and you can either run the power through here and charge it with the battery in place, or you can take it out, unconnect it here, disconnect it, sorry, and then lift it up. So there's a 40 kilometer range in that, and takes 3.5 hours to charge. And the charging unit itself, the charging block itself, I'll put some footage in here now, but that is like the size of a large laptop adapter. That locks there. Then you have a little parcel shelf in the back, and you can get cages and crates. You've got more LED lights in here. This is enclosed, and your indicators are in there as well, and you can see it's kind of making those the iconic bullhorn size and shape. You've got your mud flaps, you've got hydraulics, suspension front and rear, you've got the Bosch in-hub motor down here, you've got the what they call the naked steel frame, and so you can see here it runs along here. You can kind of see the chassis of it. It's 38mm stainless, or not stainless, 38mm steel, and you have some reflectors down at the front here. The key is also used in another sense over here, so let's turn it off. You have to hold that down, you can hear it clicking off there, and then turning the steering to the left, and then you put in your key, and that's your steering lock. Then you can see, you can hear the alarm coming on there. So this is alarm on, alarm off, and then electric start. So alarm off, perfect, alarm on. And then if you move it, of course it doesn't want to go when I want to bloody well set it off. You can hear it there. And you can't move it because the motor is locked at the bottom. So let's take it out on the road and see what it's all about. Like the M series, which was actually my first review on the channel, I really like the new electric scooters. I think the quality in the build is phenomenal. I think the suspension is great as well, and the fact that it's got two modes. The first one, which limits you to about 16 kilometers an hour, and then the second mode, which can get you up to 45 kilometers an hour. The incline that it can take is 13 degrees. It is the same electric motor, the Bosch motor, the 1200 one, as the M series that I reviewed, but this one is lighter. It's about 10 kg lighter. You can see the dash, the LCD dash is very visible. Apologies for the sun, we're getting into winter time, and also apologies for not wearing gloves. I know EV Bike Dude on YouTube is going to be given out to me in the comments, and I apologize, I haven't had a chance to get in and buy them somewhere. I want to buy locally as much as getting them online is easy. I want to support a local bike shop if I can, motorcycle shop. So just scooting around the estate that I live in, you can see that it's very capable of getting up and getting around. So the UQi Pro Series comes in 4 colours in Ireland. It comes in a white, it comes in a red, it comes in a black with a red stripe, and it also comes in a teal blue, which I really, really like. It's very similar to the Volkswagen ID3 colour, and it seems to be the colour of choice for a lot of electric vehicles. I really like this, it stands out from the crowd. It also has a 6-axis gyroscopic system inside it, and what that does is it also it tells the system what's happening, but also if it is if you're unfortunate enough that it got stolen, it will give you a GPS update and what it's doing up to 3 meters. So that's handy for security as to what it is, where it's located, so within 3 meters, and it also lets you know whether it's moving or not with the gyroscopes in there. The battery management system has a 10-point battery check system, and it has it's a Panasonic battery module with lithium-ion batteries in it, and it is a, let me remember, it takes 3.5 hours to charge, and it has a capacity of 21 amp hours, and it's a 48 volt system. So it has a 40 kilometer range, depending on how heavy you are and what kind of inclines you're going up against and what kind of weight you're carrying. It has disc brakes front and rear, as I mentioned. It's got 12-inch wheels, 2 speeds, and it's got EBS braking and regen braking, so it's packed full of features. It has a 230 millimeter wading depth, so that's 9. It can go through 9 inches of waters. It has 24 newton meters of torque, and as I mentioned, it can go up to a 13-degree incline, and you will start to feel the range and the power go down. In eco mode, if there's something wrong with the battery or if it goes below a certain weight, it will go into eco mode, and the maximum it will give you will be level 1, which is 16 kilometers an hour. So just be wary of that. Head off with a full battery. As mentioned, it's got a Bosch motor. Yeah, overall, I really like the new UQi Pro series. Hopefully you're enjoying the review. If you can leave a like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. My M series review, that's great son, is one of my most popular, and I think it's because these electric scooters are so popular in other parts of the world, and a lot of people are looking for the review, so I assume something similar is going to happen to this review. They're such a handy little thing to scoot around town and cities in, and with a 40-kilometer range, it is something that is going to be enough for lots of people. The indicators, you can't hear them because they haven't got the bing bong like we talked about when I was doing the walk around. Overall, I really like it. I'll leave the description in the link below for Line Mobility here in Ireland, who are the distributors. Dirty diesel generator there, causing all the noise and all the fumes. But it is, I really like it. I think it's a really great thing to give somebody that's just looking for it to pop around. Ideal if you didn't want a second car and you didn't need a second car. This is what you should be looking at.
What I want to cover also is the app that comes with the new and all of their electric mopeds, and you can see that you are seeing the colour and your actual moped on the screen there, well, what level of battery is left. So that's the location, and it's within 3 meters as mentioned. It has battery info as to the charging and discharging, your recent trips. It also has ride statistics, so you can see for yesterday when I was filming this, I did 4 kilometers, etc., and how long it took. And then there's also a smart check that it has a 100-point check with the system that you can run through. Really helpful, really good, a very good app.
So there's our review of the NIU UQi Pro series, their entry level into the electric scooter. It's a 1-seater. It hasn't got the biggest range, but at 40 kilometers, you're going to get in and out, you're going to get around. And the fact that you can take the battery out, it is very handy to charge at work or at home if you're visiting friends, etc. Great to see this entry-level model coming into the marketplace at the price point of under €2,000. There are other electric scooters out there, but the fact that this has the Bosch motors and the Panasonic lithium-ion battery packs, they're all brands that we know, like and trust. They've been proven, and you have the NIU brand to back it up as well, with being the #1 producer of electric scooters in the world, over 650,000 now globally, and expanding into new markets. Looking forward to seeing more of these on the road. I think we're definitely missing a trick by not having them as part of our mobility solution and in Ireland. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks for watching.